All right, bro. Yep.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to
Yes,
another
sir.
episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. I got my guys in here today, man. We gonna have another good show, another great show, really.
Man.
Man, we've been on a roll. Got my guy Tunk in here. Then I got my guy Clayton in here. And myself, Mike. Man, we gonna have another great show. I want to start out though, fellas. I want to start out with this with that WNBA game, right? Game number one. Man, did you see it, Tunk?
I didn't. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Tunk. I'm waiting for Tunk to lock in on this, man, because he's such a basketball mind. He got such a basketball mind. I'm waiting for you to lock in, bro.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't keep up with the schedule, right?
Times, yeah.
And my work schedule too. So I don't know when they're playing and when coincide with my work schedule as well. So
I don't mean to cut you, Mike, but everything that y'all said, right? Both of y'all said it. We talked last week about the Aces when they started trapping Sabrina, and y'all said get her off the ball. That's exactly what they did in that last game to get past the Ace. They started giving some outs because Brianna was bringing the ball up, so they got her off the ball like y'all suggested. To get her a little bit more free. But all right, I just wanted to say that to y'all because it was exactly that.
Yeah, that was a good assessment. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you though, Tom, and I'm telling everybody, if you like 90s style basketball, if you like passing, the move to defense, if you like that physical style, man, you got all of that. In that first game.
All right. I might have to check.
Really?
Because I'm telling you, I mean the way they was playing, like the Lynx was down, like what they was down, like 18 points at one time.
They was down 18 points at one time.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
And they turned it on. Now I wasn't surprised that the Liberty came out like that, started out, got off to a good start against the Lynx. But that comeback really did surprise me. Man, that girl, what's her name? Nafisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nafisa Kylie,
she played at both ends of the court for real.
Yes, she does.
Tough defense. She played tough defense, and she got a bag on offense for real.
Yeah.
Clay was talking about earlier. She did this move, right? She caught the ball in the middle of the lane. And gave Jonquel, man, like a fadeaway, nothing Jonquel could do. She gave a couple moves, and then she just did that fadeaway. She looked like Jordan on that fadeaway, man. I was like, oh, man, that was...
Yeah.
I didn't see that they already talk about extending next year's playoff rounds.
Yes.
See that? Yeah, so you know they're gonna that TV contract, is going to up the revenue so they can get another round. Yeah, man. I thought that was interesting as well. I thought that was interesting.
Yep. Best of 7 in the finals, best of 5, Cindy. And what we talked about, the first round, instead of it being the first 2 games on the person with the best round, it's going to be 1-1-1. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. But Mike, you said you were surprised that they came back, in that game. And I was more surprised that the Lynx got off so slow and they jumped out. And then Liberty scored 32 on them in that first quarter. That surprised me, because like I said, they've been beating the Liberty all year, all year long.
So
they've been making them.
So what's the series now? What's the series?
It's 1-0 right now.
Okay. That was the first game.
1-0.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome back, Time. Welcome back, Jim from up north, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. It was a great game, man.
It was a great game.
Like I said earlier, man, if you like 90s style basketball, if you like, you know what I mean, the like me and Clayton talk about like how they break the defense down with the pass.
Right.
Instead of, you know what I mean, instead of with that with the dribble.
Yeah.
And they you know what I mean? It looked like a chess match for real. Both coaches, you know what I mean, just pulling
always
strings.
Like that, man. You know what I mean? Chris ball movement and stuff like that, man. I always was a fan of that stuff, man.
And man.
But I'm just starting to notice something, though. I'm really curious, man. We talked about this a little bit, Mike. Brianna Stewart, you know, she's a great player, former league MVP, and Olympian and all that. I think she won a title with the Seattle team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she did.
So she had, so she had Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird on that squad. But I'm going back to last year when Becky Hammond during their celebration was mocking her, talking about she went 3 for 17. Yeah. And now when I look at the first game, how she blew the free throw, she blew the layup, and she shot very poor from the field. I'm starting to wonder, her being the main thing on the team and clutch time, is the pressure, is that spot too big for her?
I don't know. I gotta admit, I was surprised when she missed that shot, at least especially that shot when she was going to the rim, you know. But I don't think the pressure too big for. But Nafisa said something that really I think is true though. She said she had to play her physical.
Yes.
And so you can look at like her body type and everything, like physical play affects her because she more of like a Kevin Durant type, you know what I mean? So if you play her physical, maybe you can get her off her off her shot or affect her shot and affect her game.
But listen, you talking about a wide open layup coming down the lane.
Yeah.
This is when it starts becoming mental. That's what I'm talking about.
Because think about it. She did have the wide open shot. That shot, and I'm gonna tell you what that shot reminded me of. When Pat Ewing went to the rim against Indiana and blew that layup. Because in those type of situations, you're getting beat up the whole game, and then on that last shot, you going hard because you think you're gonna get hit.
Yeah, you expecting the contact. Yeah.
Right. When you don't get hit, that actually throws your shot off.
It can, yeah. That's a good point.
I mean? And that is a good point. What was the situation with her?
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, so she didn't get hit on that shot, man. But that game was.
Yes.
I like the way Jonquel Jones, she showed up too. You know what I mean? And she, she had some clutch baskets. They went hard at Sabrina Ionescu though.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do to a team like that has great shooters and great scorers. It's not that you stop them, you just make it so difficult. So you make them inefficient, and that's what the Lynx do, and that's what they did.
And you make them play defense too. Make them
play defense. Yep.
And so Jim from up north said Nafisa Collier played really good against Jones. That right there was a key because you know what I mean. Like she is able to get her shot off against Jones. A lot easier than what I thought she was going. You know what I mean? Because she got moved. She got that fadeaway, whereas though Jones can't really affect the shot, and then and she can go around it too. So I'm like, man, I don't know what you do with that girl Nafisa, man. I don't know what you do with
it. I feel like Fee was playing Brianna more than Jones in that game, in that matchup. She was playing her a little bit more than Jones. You know what I'm saying? But because Jones actually was very efficient. She shot well. But that last play, like when they put and switched Jones on her with them long arms, that was just clutch, and that was just buckets. That was just
win the next game, fellas. Win the next game.
Today at like what, 3:30?
Yeah, I think 3 o'clock.
I know it's today. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 3:30.
Yep, it's at 3.
It's at 3? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this: the key to the whole series, again, is the key for the Lynx is McBride and Courtney Williams, and the key gonna be for New York. They're gonna have to find a way to get Sabrina off. She's gonna have to get off, and she's gonna have to be a little bit more efficient. She ain't shot well the whole series against Minnesota all year.
Well, you're right, because either one of the two, they're gonna have to get Sabrina off, or they're gonna have to get Brianna Stewart off. I think it'll be easier to get probably Sabrina off because Sabrina game is more versatile. You know what I mean?
Do you think they just match up well against them? And you know what I mean? It's gonna be something that'll be tough to overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A team just might have your number defensively, man. Where it's just a tough. They make everything difficult for you. You know what I'm saying?
I think Courtney Williams is so athletic and quick. I think she can play Sabrina up one-on-one and stay in front of her and make things difficult for her because of her athleticism and her quickness. So that matchup is serious. Yeah.
I like their attitude and their demeanor though, and their approach to the game. You know what I mean? I listened to like their post-game interviews. Courtney Williams was like, man, she was like, I'm just happy to be playing with these women that I'm playing with. You know what I mean? And you can just tell that they got that bond. And I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing in New York, you know, with the Liberty. And that's why you're seeing like the caliber of basketball that you're seeing with these you know.
But if you hear Kelsey Plum call it last year, she said they don't have a bond. They don't care about each other. They just individual players. You ain't hear that from last year?
Well, who she was referring to? New York?
Yes. After they beat New York, that's why Brianna, after they won, that's why Brianna Stewart said, I got receipts on everything that was said. Kelsey Plum said they don't care about each other. They just good individual players. They're a team, but they're not a team. She was talking smack. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So look. So Tom said, "Be honest, fellas. New York gave that game away, and Breonna Stewart choked. Let's call it. You know, let me see. If this was LeBron, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, you know, y'all would have said she choked. And I do think that she missed a gimme. But like I said, though, I think that she missed that shot going down there. All right, so would you say that Pat Ewing choked when he missed that shot against Indiana? I say he choked because, but part of the reason why I think he missed that shot too is because, like I said, they was playing him physical all game, and then on that shot when she went to the when she went to the hole with it, she didn't get hit like she was supposed to, so she went stronger than.
It's like she went preparing for the contact, and when she didn't get it, I know what you're saying, though. Yeah, I know.
And sometimes now on the defensive end, like the defense, they want to play you hard, but they don't want to foul you because they don't want to send you to the line. So the defense pulled up. They pulled up thinking that, you know what I mean? They worried about getting that call against them. And then so, it was, she missed it.
I'll say this to Tom. I'll say, as far as they gave the game away, I'll say the referees tried to give them a gift, and they didn't take advantage of the gift they got. But I got to give Minnesota a lot of credit because they beat them for 4 quarters. They only lost 1 quarter, and that was that first quarter. So that was it. So I understand the concept, and I understand, she missed the free throw, then she missed the layup. But she shouldn't have never been on the free throw line because the ball went out of bounds off her foot. You know what I mean? So the refs gave them a break there, and then they called a jump ball violation that gave them a possession. Then they got the ball. Fee knocked it out, played good D on Brianna, knocked it out of bounds, and they got it back again. And then she got put on the free throw line. And I'm not even sure if that final shot was a foul, but they put her on the free throw line. So I understand the concept, but I'll say they just didn't take advantage of an opportunity that the referees gave them.
I thought it was a gimme too, like with the referee, because man. And so, what about that shot though? That shot that the young lady hit. What was her name again? Courtney
Williams. Yeah, that was huge.
That shot she hit, that 4-pointer. That was big. I'm telling you, Tom. You missed a hell of a game, man. This right here, man. Now, and like Jim from up north said, he said, I hope today's game is as good as game 1. You know what I mean? So Jim is all over Minnesota fan, right? Minnesota Vikings.
The Lynx. Lynx and Vikings.
Man. That was big, though. I didn't expect Courtney Williams to show up like she did, though.
Oh, she been doing that all year, Mike. That's what she do.
Now, see, that's what she do. So that's something you can like
yes. Yes, that's what she do. And
I'm
her
like,
mid-range game is nasty. Nasty.
That's the same thing Nafisa said. She was like her mid-range game is nasty. And then she said, you know, and once you add that 3-pointer to what her game is, she said, like, what can you do? She said, like, if you try to take Courtney out of it, then I'm gonna get off. And she said, if you try to take me out of it, Courtney gonna get off. She said, so what can you do? It's like
and then it also opens up for the rest of the players because Kayla McBride shoots threes. The other young lady shoots threes. I mean, their 5 on the floor can score the ball. So that's one of them teams. Like, that's just hard to shut them down. They spend a lot of energy on defense that may take away from their offense at times, but it's hard to stop that team, man. But and again, the same thing for the Liberty, but just it's a little different. Yeah.
I thought that so I thought that, you know what I mean, like, besides Nafisa, I didn't think that they had too much of a, you know, I was like, all right, I know their defense was tough. You know what I mean? Because that's all you hear about all season long is their defense. But then, you know, their defense and Nafisa Kalia. And so I didn't know that, like, this other, you know, the rest of them young ladies around there was going to show up like this.
Everybody shoots, man. Everybody shoots. It's crazy, but it's going to be a good one. Here again, I'm on the record. I don't think the Liberty win one game.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Because, I mean, like,
I don't think they win one game.
You got Jonquel Jones. You got Sabrina Ionescu, man. And you telling me that you don't think that these young ladies can muster up a win against this team? I would be surprised if they got swept. I'd really be surprised if New York got swept.
I don't think they're going to win a game. Like I said, I've just been watching them. I just looked at the data, right? And they beat them all year, and they've beaten them now for 4 straight quarters.
Yeah.
You know, 4 straight quarters. And they're the better team. I think they blew their opportunity. This was the game if they was going to get one.
Yeah.
And now I don't think Minnesota is going to start off slow like they did in game 1. You know, Minnesota got their confidence. You know, they got their legs under them. And they know pretty much how to play them defensively. So they got a strategy. You know, I just don't think Liberty gonna win a game.
Can they adjust? Can the Liberty adjust, Clayton?
I think they can adjust, but I think it's one of them things where it's not about a scheme as much as it is about matchup, will, effort, and making it difficult. You getting shots, but they're making those shots difficult.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what they can do. You know.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah, and so I'm disappointed that this series only go 5 games, and so that's what Jim said. Like, next year, you know what I mean, they're gonna be going to best of 7. I thought they really should have been going to the best of 7, especially for the championship game.
Especially in championship series, you know what I mean? At least, you know what I mean, had that 4 out of 7, but
so I don't know, maybe, you know what I mean, like, maybe the ratings didn't.
I was thinking that too. But they up now. They way up now. So, they way up now.
But let me ask y'all this, right? So looking at the level of competition, like when you look at how Nafisa Collins play, and then when you look at how on the other side you got Jonquel Jones, and you look at the talent on both of those teams, would y'all say like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Cameron Brink, they really got their work cut out for them if they want to be able to play at this level and play in those championship games? What do you think about that?
Well, I haven't seen much of Cameron Brink this year.
Well, she didn't get hurt midway.
Right, she got hurt, so I can't comment on that. Angel Reese got her work cut out playing against a lot of people in the league because she's really got to work on her offensive game. Caitlin's first triple-double was against the Liberty. You know what I'm saying? Caitlin, you know, here again, a rookie came in, led the league in assists, was one of the top scorers, was in the MVP conversation. I just believe Caitlyn is on that level.
But you think,
right now.
Would you think that they would have to build up the team around them?
And see, that's more to my point.
Yes.
That's more to my point because, like, you know, like if you look at all the top teams, they got at least 3. They got like all of them got 3. You know what I mean? 3 superstars. You know what I mean? You got Sabrina Nescu, you got John Quell, you got then you got Breonna Stewart, and then same thing on the, you know, for the other teams, you got 3 superstars.
Right. Well, you asked about the individual player. Now Indiana has to build up. Right. Indiana has their work cut out to build a championship team. There ain't no doubt about that.
They gotta surround each one of those girls, though. They gotta surround each one of those these new up and coming girls with like that kind of talent.
I'm gonna tell you like this: Indiana is only 2 pieces away.
And what pieces you think that is?
They're big.
You think? And I like Aaliyah Boston. I
think,
no,
she's solid, but you still, I think they another big away like that. Because Melissa Smith to me was inconsistent.
Yeah.
Right. And
I think Alyssa Smith. I don't even think Alyssa Smith. I'm not even sure if she want to be there.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I just think that the Fever is only 2 pieces away. I think they got a nice trio if they keep Kelsey Mitchell and a prolific. Actually, it might just be like one big away, just a prolific forward that can score consistently. Somebody that averaged close to 20.
Damn, that's a lot. The Wayne Clay, the bring 20.
It's plenty in the league, like 17, 18 points a game, something like that.
Yeah.
I even said it last week. I think Satu from Dallas, she's a free agent. If I'm Indiana, I'm bringing her. She consistently, she averages about 18 a game. That's another score because now, you got 3, 4 consistent scores on the floor at once. And I would keep that girl they had last year. I forget her name. She used to have the bun, and she come off the bench and hit big threes and everything. She was a veteran. I keep her on the squad. Lexi Hall, keep some space on the floor because Lexi will hit a wide open shot. Like I said, I think Indiana closer than we think. They really almost beat Connecticut that second game.
Yeah.
They really did. Yeah. The only reason they fell short is because Kelsey missed that wide open shot. They were right there. Yeah, I don't. And the forward has to have a defensive presence. They need a score and one more defensive presence, like an enforcer. Yep.
So you think like they more likely to get that in the from free agency than in the draft? Yeah. I can agree with that too. I can agree with that.
That's how you would try to do it first, like through free agency, more so than
because
they only.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike. They picking like I think they picking like 20th or 18th. They don't have a high draft pick in this draft.
And then so you want to get more of a proven commodity, you know what I mean, than somebody that that you basically taking a chance on, you know what I mean, an unproven commodity in the draft. You know what I mean?
I would go all in on Satu. I would go all in. She's still young. She's a veteran. She's, like I said, she's a great scorer. I would go all in on her, and they're already gonna probably throw the bag at Kelsey. That new president already talking about that. Kelsey Mitchell is a priority. So
all right. Let me ask you this then, Clay. What do you think? Like this game today, what you think is going to be the what are you expecting from this game today between the Liberty and the Lynx?
Oh, it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be a close game. But I just feel like I just don't expect the Lynx to get off to a slow start. I really don't. So it's going to be nip and tuck. It's going to be a close game. But I'm going to say this game is going to be determined today by the third quarter. That third quarter is going to determine the game. Yep.
Yeah. I think Breonna, what's the girl name? Sabrina Ionescu, right? I think they really gonna have to get her more involved, or have to try to get her to be like more efficient. And I think the way you get her to be more efficient is probably like the to get her going to the basket. You know what I mean? Shooting like higher percentage type shots more so. And then so start her going to the basket and then let her feel her way far as like opening her up for her jump shot. But she got to go to the basket and probably try to draw some fouls and change the way that like the Lynx play her. You know what I mean? Because if she don't draw fouls early, you know, they just too physical throughout that game.
How would you do that, Mike? Like the high screen and roll like that?
Yeah,
and like get her going downhill like
with that high screen and roll. So what you do, the high screen and roll, you're gonna create opportunities for her and Jonquel, because Jonquel is really the only one who has been consistent for them on the Liberty anyway. You know what I mean? So they're gonna respect Jonquel, you know what I mean, right out the gate. Like the physical play is not really affecting her because she bigger and she can get her shot off. So they're gonna respect her. And if you, like I said, you get Sabrina involved in that game early, especially going to the basket, playing aggressive, then that'll give them a better chance to be able to, because them Lynx is just so physical and so deep. It's crazy.
And they're very deep. Yeah. But you make a good point about foul trouble, because if you can get somebody in foul trouble, then that takes that whole aggressive nature out of it. Right.
Yeah, and so
and that will change. And if somebody get in foul trouble on the Lynx, that will flip the tide for the Liberty. I definitely believe that. Yeah.
So that's where coaching come in. You know what I mean? Like I like Cheryl Reeves. You know what I mean? And what's the coach name for the Liberty? I forgot her name.
I can't pronounce her name. She got dark hair. I can't pronounce her name.
I can't pronounce her name. But both of these women, you know what I mean? They just know basketball. And so I look forward to just watching that chess match right there, you know, as far as like the adjustments they're going to make for these teams. And I don't doubt that the New York Liberty definitely going to make some adjustments, because they got to either get Sabrina off or either get Brianna off. And I think it'll be easier to get Sabrina, you know, off to a fast start than it would be the other girl, Brianna.
Okay. But, I'm wishing them luck. I'm wishing them all the best, you know, like, because it'll make it a series. Yeah.
So do you see any truth though in what Kelsey Plum last year? Do you see any truth in her statements that they are just, you know what I mean?
I don't see that. That was last year. She just was talking smack. I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, the Aces talk a lot of shit and they throw shade on the low. So, I mean, even the coach, Becky Hammond, what's the coach doing? Coming to the podium talking about 3 for 17, 3 for 17. She was mocking Brianna.
Right.
So they be throwing shade, man.
Yeah, so they taking their cues from the coach. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know. Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing. New York Liberty was playing for each other this year. They were playing for each other. You can see that.
Yeah. They really wanted to beat the Aces anyway. That was like their championship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of so geared up for one particular opponent, but you know what I mean? That ain't for the ultimate prize. You got another round left, you know?
Yeah. So hopefully they didn't expend all their emotional energy on the Aces. You know what I mean? Because now they got to gear up for and then sometimes the way your team is orchestrated too, like your team might be orchestrated to beat one team or set to beat up one team, and then when you get to the championship, you like you know,
because they haven't cracked the code to the Lynx all year.
Yeah,
they beat everybody else.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They was the best team in the league, best record, beat everybody except the Lynx. They have not cracked that code.
Man, I'm just personally, man. This just been for me, man. I'm like, this is something else. Let me see it. With Australia until this series. Who is Brandello? I don't know her either.
That might be the coach for the Liberty. That might be. I'm not sure. Is it
Liberty?
Ask him that.
Oh, is she the coach for the Liberty? Because
who is Brandella?
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll answer. He'll answer it. I'm sure he'll answer it.
Yeah. I'm not sure who Brondello is. Oh yeah, he right. Yeah, he said that is the coach for the Liberty.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on her accent either.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this gonna be a chess match. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of changes she make, as far as like getting her team putting them in a position to win.
And there you go right there. Just look at the head coach matchup right there.
Yeah. And like I said, I like both
that matters. That matters.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like Cheryl Reeves, but that chick again. She
so
knows.
You think she'll get out coached? Like ultimately, like
absolutely.
You think one of these coaches can get out coached?
Yeah. I don't think this woman on the level with Cheryl Reeves.
No.
Look at Cheryl Reeves' resume. Look at her accomplishments. Look at the titles, all that. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Cheryl Reeves, but I just think like once you get to the championship game, I think both these women she don't have accolades and all that, but I'm sure she is just as respected around the league as Cheryl Reeves, though, because people know that she know.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's not respected. I'm just saying it's levels to it. So that's that's like Andy Reid. That's like Andy Reid going against another coach. That coach might be good and respected, but sometimes it's some people are just better at what they do, and they have more nuance to what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't like Cheryl Reid's personality, but that woman can coach. I see her doing the same things. I see her doing the same things to every team. I seen her. Well, not every team because I haven't watched her play every team, but watching her, I was watching the Fever so much this year that watching when they played Minnesota, she makes you become inefficient. I watched her against New York Liberty. They make you become when you see that consistently, they make teams shoot inconsistent and poor percentages. That coach knows something.
Yeah. She knows her stuff. All right, so before we change speeds, right, and go into some football, what's your prediction for the day then, Clayton?
I already told you I don't think the Liberty gonna win a game, so I say less.
I think the Liberty just got too much talent, too much pride. I think the Liberty gonna get today's game. I think they're gonna get it.
Okay.
Now, if they don't get, I ain't gonna speak on like if they don't, but I think the Liberty gonna get today's game.
Okay.
I think they're gonna get it. Do you want to make a prediction?
Hey, man, I'm not even dialed in enough, man, to make a informed opinion on this, man. So, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna sit this one out.
I like that comparison, Jim. Reed versus Kyle Shanahan. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Let me ask Jim. Let me ask Jim and Time if he's still on here, right? Like, who y'all like in today's game? Do y'all like the Liberty or do y'all like the Lynx? Before we change our speed, man, and start talking about get into some football. And while we waiting on their response, Tom, did you see that Colorado Kansas State game last night?
I didn't see the finish. I saw it all the way to the fourth quarter. I didn't see the finish. But I know, man, Colorado still have their issues with running the ball, and they was on Shador, man. That pass rush. K-State a good team though. Kansas State a good team. Yeah, they're a good team, man.
What they ranked? They ranked number 18.
I know they are ranked. Yeah, I know they are ranked in the top 25. Yeah, man, and they was getting at them, man, and they seemed like they wasn't running too many like crazy blitz packages. They was like just like a simple stunt, and they was getting in the backfield, man. But if they get behind, Colorado is better when they're playing with a lead. You know what I mean? I think when they're behind, man, they just become 100% one dimensional. They just gonna throw the ball, man, and they don't.
I think I think that's what Colorado want to do. That's why I wasn't surprised when Colorado came back, because they want to throw that ball. You know what I mean? Because when you listen to Shador talk, even in the press conference, he was like, "Yeah, they was like, well, why don't y'all run the ball more often?" He was like, "Well, we got behind and we had to throw the ball. You can't, you know what I mean?" Well, really, even if you're behind in certain circumstances, you still can run the ball.
They'll run the ball.
They used that. They was like, all right, we down. They was like, well, down 14-7. And they started to throw, you know, they really went pass heavy then, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to use that as an excuse to throw the ball, because that's what they do. That's how it looks to me.
Exactly. That's how it is too. And like you say, 14-7, that's the one score game. Yeah, that's the one possession game. You don't have to abandon the run, you know what I'm saying, like that. But like you say, that's just that's the reason why we gotta chuck it all over the field now, you know. What you think, Clay? What you think about it, Clay?
No, I agree with you, man. I still think they're having problems in the run game. I think they had some favorable opponents the last few weeks that they was able to run the football, but I don't think it's a strength. And I think going negative 29 yards rushing,
man,
eventually it's going to affect you, especially that close game like that. And then Dion spoke in the post game interview about time of possession. Well, I'm blown away because Warren Sapp was adamant during the offseason, we're going to stop the run if we're going to do nothing.
Right.
And Kansas State ran that ball down their throat. That halfback they got, man, he was breaking tackles. He was maneuvering. One of the main they couldn't bring him down. And one of the main things going into the game, keys for Dion, was we have to tackle. They couldn't tackle that boy. And that boy ran all over them.
He was running. He was stepping all over them for real.
That gives their offensive line, Kansas State I'm talking about, give them more confidence. You know what I mean? So they blasting off the line of scrimmage, you know what I mean? At the snap, they blasting off, pushing people, you know what I mean? Getting them big chunk yards plays, man. And like you say, once they get behind, I'm talking about Colorado, once they get behind, man, it's like, we ain't never going to run now. You know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't never going to run now. And like you say, that's what they like to do anyway. That's what they like to do anyway. So
let's keep an eye on Travis Hunter and these injuries. See if he's gonna have to miss any games. That's gonna be huge.
I don't know, man. You know, I be having this conversation with some people, and I say, man, actually, I was talking to my son about it. And he was thinking that it's a good thing that he playing two-way like this, right? I say it's not, man. It's not. It's a lot of wear and tear. Even if you don't get injured, like unfortunately he did, it's still like a lot of miles on you throughout the season, man. It's a lot of miles on you, man.
And so I even brought up the point, like when people said that Nick Saban, you know what I mean? Like when Nick Saban just was running his players in the hole in college, and then by the time they get to the NFL, you know what I mean? They just got
nothing left in the tank. Yeah,
they got a lot of miles on them.
Right.
And so,
but see, that goes to show you, and a lot of college coaches, they say, well, I'm like, they say this, but they're like, I'm more concerned with what are you doing here now for my program.
Right.
Level really not my concern. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of coaches go at it like that. A lot of coaches coach like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that's interesting, because I would think they want to recruit per I can get you to the pros. You know?
I agree with that. But they saying how effective you are in the pros, that ain't you know what I mean? That ain't my concern. You know, I'm gonna get you there, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? How you do that?
And Jim, man, thanks for the cash app, man. We appreciate that. No doubt, no doubt. Definitely
Did he make his pick? Did he make his pick?
Yeah. So Jim did say that. He said he thinks the Liberty, let me see, is motivated to win at home. But if they don't win, he said he agree with Clayton that they'll close it out. That they'll close it out in 3.
Oh, so if they don't get the day game, they say they ain't gonna win game 3 either. Gotcha.
That's why. That's another reason why I wish this was a 7-game series, man. Because it might, you know what I mean. It might take them, you know what I mean, 2 losses. Get used to that type of intensity that the Lynx bring to the table. You know what I mean? And then all right, so if once you get used to that type of intensity that the Lynx bring to the table, now it's a whole new series. Because we all know from watching the NBA that sometimes that happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes a team will lose 2 in a row. And then you know what I mean? Then now we got a new series because you know the other team.
Go back a couple years to that Phoenix Milwaukee championship series. Phoenix won the first 2 games. Remember? Yeah, Phoenix won the first 2 games, and then
right.
Yeah.
And then Giannis them come back. You know,
won 4 straight. Yeah, they came back and won 4 straight. Yeah.
And this is the deal with Minnesota. They did not play their best. They didn't play a good game in game 1. Minnesota didn't.
Yeah.
They really didn't.
No, I didn't, man. Yeah.
That's another thing. They got so much more better basketball to play.
That's kind of scary right there when you say that. You know what I mean? Like if somebody don't bring their, you know what I mean, their A game to the table, and they
still get that win. Yeah, and still get the win.
So all right. So we was talking about Colorado and the miles that they, you know what I mean, like Deion Sanders is putting on this guy Travis Hunter. I'm thinking though, you know, I think it's going to have an effect on him at the next level. I just don't dig that. I don't know why. You know, even if he playing, like you said, he having some success doing that. You know what I mean? And he helping out the team doing that. You got to find other ways for, you know what I mean, somebody else to step up and make tackles or make plays. You know, rather than to run this kid into the ground like that.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Even if you're going to play on both sides, whatever sides you play them on the most, the other side of the ball, just pick your spots. You understand? You ain't got to be out there every defensive snap or every offensive snap. Just pick your spots where you have them come in and try to make like a few plays. But
that's a good point. I don't think on a pro level, I don't think any head coach is going to use him in this capacity like that. Not that much.
No,
I don't believe that at all.
No. Because you got so much talent. You got so much talent at that level. And then so if you play all those plays on both sides of the ball, sometimes your game gonna drop off at some point in time on the other. So you may as well have a fresh ball player on that side of the ball.
And Deion don't have to use him in this capacity. He's got so much talent at the wide receiver spot. Now you can let Travis just play corner because he's so dynamic and such a difference maker. I would let him play corner because them other boys, number 10, I don't know how you say his last name, but he had a hell of a game. All those other guys, man, they weapons.
Number 14 and number 11 for them.
They weapons.
They was like, and they got a lot of speed at that wide receiver position over there in Colorado, right?
Absolutely.
Lot of speed. So that's like, you know, and then on top of that, so they got 3 other dudes at wide receiver that's nice besides Travis. So you're right. They don't really have to.
You saw that after he left the game. They still was effective in that pass game. They still was getting it downfield. You know?
But one thing I noticed about Shador, right? If you keep him clean, you keep Shador clean, he gonna make some good decisions and he gonna get the ball to the right person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he gonna eat you up.
He'll eat you up. I like that. He proved that he definitely a force to be reckoned with as far as a quarterback. I think what is their record now? Like 4-2?
Yeah, this is the second most. Yeah, this is the second loss.
So they 4-2.
Right.
And
I think the schedule get thick though. I think the schedule is thick the next few weeks.
I think so too. I think it does too. Get a little tighter. Get a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Difficult. But
I know Utah on the schedule.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some other I mean,
it do get tighter. But do y'all see like with Deion Sanders? Do you see a change in like his tone and his attitude though? As far as like I know that's why I wanted to bring that up, right? Because I saw him in the press conference after this game, and he wasn't as you know what I mean. He wasn't as like as dramatic as he usually is. He had a little bit more. He was a little bit more humble. And I think what's going to happen is he trying to just he know that the schedule get ready to get thick, like you said, Tom, and that you just can't be
Right.
You can't just be out there like that.
Yeah, and another thing, man, you know, that hype is all well and good, man, but you gotta win, and they got a winning record now. And I told y'all guys before, man, you know, I think if they become bowl eligible, that's a successful season in my eyes. Yeah, I mean, get the 6 wins, that's a successful season. Maybe not to Dion and his team and his coaching staff, things like that, but to me, I think that's a successful season. You know what I mean? You get the 6 wins. Even if you end up 6-6, you know what I'm saying? You get the 6 wins, you know what I'm saying? You're still bowl eligible. But I think what it is, I think with Dion is because Dion no ball, whatever like that. I think he's starting to realize, man, that just like Jim North saying, he's not an X and O's guy. So he gotta let the people who are X and O's guys, he gotta let them do their job. He gotta let them do their job. He have input, of course, you know what I mean? He got the last word on everything. But if you hire a dude to do a job, man, allow him to do the job that you hired him for. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That's gonna be important for him. Yeah, I don't think, you know, he hasn't demonstrated to me either that he's an X's and O's type, you know what I mean, guy either. So but it was a good game though. I thought it was a good game, you know. But man, can you imagine what kind of stuff they would talk if they had to pull that win out, man? Because that was a good game. That interception, the kid that intercepted that ball, he tripped over his own player,
own feet,
and he couldn't stay upright. But they still got the
upright.
I was like, man, yeah. But all right, man. So we got some good games coming up, like in the NFL today. What's up, Clayton? We got some.
My audio. Hold on.
Oh.
Can I pause you one time, Mike, real fast? I just want to ask a question.
Go ahead, because I'm going to pull up some. I want to pull up this NFL schedule.
Cool. Have any one of y'all seen any preseason NBA? Have you seen any preseason?
Yeah,
I just saw the highlights. I was been saying the highlights. I ain't been saying no games. I was been saying.
Yeah. I seen the. I did see Milwaukee and Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think Los Angeles gonna be like a sideshow, a circus this year, man.
And I seen Chris Paul throw Wemby a alley-oop, man. Man, like he wants you to top of the box, man, and grab it, man. I say that's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's another tall dude that's a rookie playing for somebody. Who is it, Mike?
Who is it? Who is this?
It's another tall rookie. He playing for somebody. I want to say it's Atlanta, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he's another tall rookie. Yeah. I think.
So let me say this though about Chris Paul. For the Spurs to bring Chris Paul in there with that guy Wemby, that's major. You know what I mean? Because if Chris Paul don't know nothing else, he know how to get his big men in situations where they is involved in the game, man. Because Chris Paul was just breaking them defenses down. Then Wemby was just going for the alley-oop.
And I'm about to say, man, you can play your 2-man game with Wemby, and he can step out and shoot a jump shot too.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? You always got to be diving to the basket. You know what I'm saying? He ain't always got to be diving. He can step back. You know what I'm saying? And shoot a jump shot. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see what they can do for, you know what I mean? Those two can do with the Spurs this year, man. So that's gonna be
Spurs so young, man. Chris Paul should be able to help guys out, man, because that's a young team, man. So he'll be able to teach them guys some things, you know. So
did they make the playoffs this last season? They didn't, did they?
No, I don't think they did. No.
Do you think that move at least gets them into the playoffs? I don't.
I don't. You know what? I don't either, to be honest with you.
I got it. And then another thing, you know, Chris Paul can't stay healthy. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? If he run heavy minutes like throughout the season, then you really run the risk, you know. So what you want Chris Paul, a part of his job should be like mentoring, like getting another guard, showing him how to get everybody involved, you know, how to manage the game, get people involved, and how to feed Wemby.
I don't even think he's gonna play a lot of heavy minutes, though, Mike. To be honest, I don't think Popovich gonna play him like a lot of heavy minutes.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be wise to. It probably wouldn't be wise to play to play Chris Paul heavy
He
minutes.
like you just said, he almost like to show them younger guys, you know what I'm saying, how to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what they brought him in for.
Because if you notice, remember Chris Paul played at he played at Oklahoma with that dude what's his name, Gilchrist?
Gilchrist Alexander, yep.
Gilchrist. Yep. Yeah, Gilchrist. And then you see how he stepped his play up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? His mentorship helped this kid learn some things about playing at that level. And then that next year, once Chris Paul left, then you really started hearing about that kid. What's his name?
Alexander.
So I'm thinking that they looking for that same type of performance, and you know what I mean, from Chris Paul this year. I think Chris Paul probably, and he seem like he'll make a good coach too.
Right. See, that's what I'm about to say. He might just become just an extension of Popovich on the court. You know what I'm saying? He might just become an extension of Popovich on the court. You know?
I think he'll make a good coach.
But is he good for team chemistry, team building, relationships? Because it seems like players in the league always seem to have a problem with him.
I think now that he's older.
I'm about to say that, Mike. I'm about to say it. I'm gonna let you finish your point. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Go ahead, Tom. That was just my comment. Now that he's older.
And Clayton, you're absolutely right. But I think now, you know what I'm saying, he looking at the end, he can see the finish line. I don't think he had that same type of, you know what I'm saying, disharmony. I don't think he had that, you know what I'm saying, coming in. Like, but it was a lot of that going around. Like, man, I can't play with you, man. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And it was been different if he had won something. He had never even won anything. And
never won nothing.
Yeah, right. You rubbing guys the wrong way and things like that. Yeah, that's a good point you make.
Yeah.
I think now that he old. I mean, like he older. You know, he can and then see. Remember, he's playing with Popovich. So if you playing with Popovich and you are trying to break, just imagine if you playing with Popovich and you trying to break that dude's confidence, and you Chris Paul, anything he do to disrupt that kid's confidence, Popovich not going to allow that. You know what I mean? So when Chris Paul had DeAndre Ayton and who was the coach over there in Phoenix?
Monty Williams.
I think I blame that on Monty Williams, because Monty Williams was supposed to step in and be like, look, I don't mind you motivating this kid, but you cannot, you can't break his confidence down, because
we can't tear him down. Right. You can't tear him down because we need him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We need him. And so, but Popovich, you're not going to do that on his team. He going, you know what I mean? You're going to be an extension of Popovich, but you're not going to destroy nobody's confidence.
Exact confidence. You right.
So that's what. So he with the right team. But all right, man. So let's get back to football. This game today, like this Commanders and this Ravens game, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I want the Ravens to win, but I want to see this kid for the Commanders. That quarterback they got. What is this kid named, Tom?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden
Daniels. You know, he won the Heisman last year. Yeah, he won the Heisman Trophy last year at LSU.
Yeah.
The boy can play, man. The boy can play. Yeah, the boy can play, man. He can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in the spirit of my pops, man, I gotta root for the Ravens today.
Yeah.
Since my pops passed on, so I'm gonna let my pops live vicariously through me. I'm gonna root for the Ravens today, and I also want to say that the Ravens made a key move this week. They brought back Dean Pease, and that's very important.
As what, defensive coordinator?
Oh, well, they didn't want to just shut what's my guy name? Or
I think
they just didn't want to shut him down. So what they did was they gave him this advisory role.
Okay.
But he's overseeing it, and that's key because, for one, the timing couldn't be better. You're going against a dual threat quarterback. Dean Pease was the first guy to stop Kaepernick that year San Francisco went on the run. They made it to the Super Bowl, but the Ravens shut them down. You know, for most of that game, Dean Pease orchestrated that defense. Dean Pease also was on the Titans when Lamar was the dual threat. Greg Roman now was with the Ravens. He was with the 49ers and Cap. Dean Pease shut that down. Then when Greg Roman came over to the Ravens, and they had to face Lamar, the Titans in the playoffs, Dean Pease shut that down. So now you're going against Jaden Daniels, dual threat. He's good at stuff like that. And another key thing is Dean Pease, he's going to give up yardage, but he's not. His red zone defense is always one of the leading. He always lead the league in that category or be at the top.
Ben don't break.
Ben don't break. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So now he's back. So that I think that's a key move. I don't know if this week is enough time, but that's a key move. So it's just him bringing his philosophy and maybe, trying to lend some things to Orr, but the bottom line is Orr is in the game. He has a feel for the game. He's calling the game. So some of this stuff has to be innate to Orr,
Is Orr doing a bad job? Is he doing a bad job?
Yeah, the Ravens in the bottom of the league in so many categories on defense. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Teams gashing the Ravens, man. You look at the game last week. It was a phenomenal offensive output. Like Lamar had 4 touchdowns, threw for almost 400 yards and all that. But in all honesty, Joe Burrow threw for damn near the thing, 5 TDs. And if his guy didn't have a bad snap, Cincinnati win on that field goal.
Right, you're right.
So
you're right.
It's going to be interesting. But I gotta, so now I gotta put my whole thing down, and I want to see the Ravens win it just because my pops ain't here no more, man. Just for him. It's funny how things can just change on a dime,
No doubt.
Condolences.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm happy for him, man. Like I said. But anyway, back to the football. I think the Ravens edge it out. I think this young kid is great, but the Ravens got a history of playing good against young quarterbacks and confusing them a little bit. But
Anquan Smith said that.
Yeah. That's their history. Yeah, but I will say this kid different, man. He different. He's different.
I like him.
Different.
I don't like them comparing him to Lamar. I know the comparisons are natural, but I don't like you comparing to Lamar, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Lamar, man, 2-time MVP, man. I think it does a disservice to Lamar in some aspects, as well as him putting too much pressure on this guy, man. But let him go ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him go ball, man, and don't compare him to Lamar, man.
Well,
even though Lamar don't have that Super Bowl, those big shoes to fill, man. 2-time MVP. That's big shoes to fill.
I know Ryan Clark getting dragged this week, but Ryan Clark shared my sentiment.
What?
While Lamar's phenomenal, he's saying at this stage he believes Jaden is a better passer. And they want to drag Ryan Clark for that. He's just giving his assessment. So now, go ahead,
you
Mike.
saying all right, so at this stage in Lamar's career, Jaden is a better passer than Lamar was?
He's a better passer than Lamar.
He a better passer than Lamar now, or when Lamar was
Period. Yeah. Like, to me, Lamar passing is the same. It's been the same his whole career.
I know it does seem that way, don't it?
Yeah. So I hate to say that, but so now the Ravens was talking about when they go against a guy like him every day in practice. Not really, because the way this boy can throw and run. He running and throwing it on the run, downfield, outside the numbers, accurate. Like, this kid different, man. This kid is different. But he remind me more of, he's a mix to me between Burrow and Hurts. Come from LSU, got that pocket play like Burrow, hang in there, read the defense, deliver the ball. But he run more like Jalen, but he's so much faster and quicker. He's more elusive than Jalen.
Well, let me ask
because
you
don't nobody run like Lamar. Nobody got that wiggle like Lamar. Nobody.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Somebody said that he reminds them a lot of Randall Cunningham. Do y'all see that? That comparison, him and Randall Cunningham.
I can see that.
A little bit, but he ain't as spectacular as Randall. Like Randall just was so spectacular. He go flying through the air, leap over. Yeah, but this kid is fast. He's fast, man. He leaning fast. Yeah.
Man used to do some things, man. You be like,
oh, Randall?
Man.
That's
crazy. Because what's the name of them, man, used to be on them. Lawrence Taylor and them, man.
Yes.
On them, man. You know what I mean? They try to kill him, man.
Yeah.
I remember some of them games.
Yeah. So
I remember he had one time he went to the side. It looked like they sacked him. He went down one arm, got up, popped up through the.
And I think that was Carl Banks that hit him. I think
that was Carl Banks. Yeah,
he put his hand down and threw a touchdown. And then man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I do like that kid. Mm-hmm.
So now who y'all think the Ravens going to beat that game then?
I do. I think the Ravens, you know what I'm saying? Even though they call it the battle I-95, I think the Ravens going to get them. The line like 6.5. Clayton more in tune on that than I am.
On that, yeah.
I think that line might be a little bit too high, but
I think that number too high.
I think it was at 7. I think it fell to 6.5. But
it was 7 and fell to 6.5. Yep.
So but I think right. Yeah, but I think the Ravens going to beat them though.
Yeah.
I do have a play for America. This week.
What's that?
Take the Browns in the 9.5 against the Eagles. That's ridiculous. I'm not saying the Browns gonna win, but you gotta America take the
9.5. Yeah.
Clayton, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't even know if you realize this. You picked the Browns a lot.
But I'm not picking them to win this game. I'm not picking them to win this game.
I ain't saying you're picking them to win. I'm just saying you pick them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just the spread, you know what I mean, the money line, whatever. You know what I mean? You pick them a lot. But Brooklyn playing good, man. Flacco playing good. So, you know what I'm saying?
They don't play the Colts.
Flacco not with them. Flacco with the Colts.
Yes. But go ahead.
You're right.
Yeah. So Jim from up north said, I don't gamble, but 9.5 points. That's wild. Yeah. So I think, do you think that's deep? That's like disrespectful to the defense, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And Philly, even though with Saquon, you know what I mean, he do his thing. Philly, man, I'm not convinced. I'm not sold on Philly, man. I'm not really sold on them, man. I want them to do well. They got talent. I know they got a few injuries, but they got
Philly. I just think that Philly needs to find a balance between how to keep that other guy, the quarterback and the running back, like find a balance between running and throwing. I think like what they doing right now, Philly is going through like a transition. Like, you know what I mean? You see that the dude Saquon is dynamic, right? And you don't want to feed him to the point where as though you take the quarterback out of the game and don't allow him to get into his rhythm. And then when you need the quarterback, so they trying to find, I think, in my opinion, that they trying to find a rhythm between the running game and the pass game. Whereas though you keep, you know what I mean, you keep Hurts involved in the game mentally, you know what I mean?
I don't know if AJ Brown back, but he was hurt.
Right.
If AJ Brown is back, that changes everything for Philly offensively.
Yeah.
So that might be part of their struggles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna disagree with that. Yeah. That's he a big time receiver. So
yes.
Yeah.
So, now before we get into these games, right? What time said Myles Garrett? Yeah, he's gonna take that personally. He said he think Myles Garrett's gonna have like 5 sacks today. They're gonna need him. They're gonna need that type of performance from Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? If they want to win.
And I think Philadelphia has been giving up sacks and they've been pressured a lot this year. Yeah. So, because I think the Saints got at him, even though they beat the Saints got at him that week.
See, I say this with Cleveland, right? Because Myles gonna get double teamed. So they got to that should free up somebody else to cause a little havoc. You know what I'm saying, on the defensive line, man. If he gets double, somebody else is going to be getting blocked one-on-one, and they got to step up and win their battle. You know what I'm saying? They got to step up and win their battle, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so All right, so San Francisco, they beat Seattle, right? 36-24. What y'all think about that game, though? That wasn't really
Yeah. Purdy look good, man. Purdy get a lot of hate, man. Purdy look good, man. Purdy look good, man. Yeah, I say, man, this guy can play, and that's the biggest compliment you can give somebody, man. He can play, man. And you want to say he better than this? Is he a top 10? I don't know about all that. All I know is that, man, that boy can play ball, man. Leave it at that. And then you gotta remember where he started, man. This guy wasn't just the last quarterback draft. He was the last player drafted. The last player drafted, man. And then you know what I mean? Because they say, well, he ain't better than that. Well, he shouldn't be, right?
Right.
Shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, he's not better than all these first round picks. Well, he shouldn't be better than that. You know what I mean?
Well, I think they underestimate him, and I think that it's a lot to be said for his rookie campaign. They got all the way to the NFC Championship game, and because he got hurt, and Christian McCaffrey wanted that, that's why they lost in Philly. And then last year he went to the Super Bowl. And they lost in overtime. They can say what they want about the kid, but the moment's not too big for him.
Nah,
he plays, and he's good. He's a good fit for that system and what they do. That's what. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that really matters.
Yep.
How good you are for your team.
That's right.
Fuck all that ranking and all that. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Man, they man, if you insert him on this team, they could do that. Yeah, well,
who cares? Right. But let's talk about where he is at.
Exactly. That's right.
Who did they beat Thursday night? The Rams?
Seattle.
That's right. They beat Seattle. And Gino had a bad. They picked Gino a couple of times. That's right.
They went in Gino pockets a couple times in that game.
Yeah. And that's a quality win because they was going up against a solid defense too. Seattle been playing good defense all year. That was a quality win.
That's a division game too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's division.
So
But all right. So now Jacksonville. Let me see hold up.
They playing the Bears now.
Right.
Jacksonville gonna win that game. They're gonna win that
game. 35-10.
Yeah, they killing them.
35-10.
Yeah, they overseas playing. Yeah, they overseas.
Wow. Because that's Jacksonville home stadium. I'm being funny, I'm like, wow. Yeah, they over there losing. Well, they was due for a loss because they haven't lost over there yet. So that makes sense too. They was due.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they haven't lost a game in London yet.
No, I ain't know that.
Yeah. With Trevor Lawrence as the quarterback, yes.
Get out of here. I ain't know that.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm surprised Chicago up like that though.
Me too.
Yeah.
What's the name? Probably the next coach that get out of there though.
Peterson.
Yeah, he probably the next coach to go. Yeah, he probably the next one to go.
All right. So now, what y'all think about this Arizona and Green Bay game they got that's coming up today? Arizona, Green Bay. I like the quarterback for Green Bay.
Yeah, Jordan Love. Yeah, I like him too.
Is he playing it? Is he playing today?
I think he is.
Is he back?
Didn't he play last week?
No,
I'm not sure.
Last week. I don't think he played last week.
Yeah.
I thought he played last week, but
yeah.
Yeah, if he back and he okay, you know what I mean? I give
Arizona playing good football though. Arizona playing good football.
Man. They are. I think Kyler Murray, man, and realize, man, this boy Marvin Harrison Jr., man, he's the key to your success on offense. He's the key to that team's success on offense, man. You force him the ball, man. I know Clayton, you saying, sometimes you got just throw it to the guys that's open, but man, he's like the only option, though. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have too many other playmakers on offense up there, man. So I'm going to try to do what I could to get him the ball as often as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the home team in this game, Mike? You have that in front of you?
Hold up. Let me go back because I think that I just lost it again. I think it's Arizona, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably 90 degrees out there too. 95 degrees out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, let me pull it back up. But
yeah, I can't call that game.
Yeah, I think Green Bay hasn't showed they back to where they were last year when they made that run to the playoffs second half of the season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know Jordan Love been hurt, since week 1 against Philly. So maybe once he get back and he get, all the way healthy, they'll start picking it up a little bit. But until then, like you say, you can't really call it. You can't really.
Something telling me Arizona. Something inside me telling me Arizona, but I can't call it.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you like, they playing in Green Bay. My fault. They playing in Green Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. But look, the next game, let me see. You see the next game. Oh, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one.
The Buccaneers and the Saints.
And they got another quarterback starting down there, don't they? At New Orleans. Yeah, in New Orleans, I think. I think it's another quarterback starting.
I don't know
who
this guy is.
I ain't 100% sure. I can't think his name, man. But he got drafted. I think he got drafted last year.
Mm-hmm.
So Carr not starting?
Carr hurt.
Nah.
I think Carr hurt. I think he
got hurt.
Yeah, I think he hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he hurt.
That's why the line moved in that game. Because I was getting ready to say take the Saints. They was on upset alert, but it must have moved because of the injury.
Could have, yeah. I ain't follow that. I can't think his name, but he went to Oklahoma and then he transferred and went somewhere else, but I can't think his name, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
So the Bucks.
Yeah. He for the Saints. Yeah, he playing for the Saints, I think. Yeah.
No, I'm saying the Bucks and the Saints. So the Bucks, you going with the Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bucks too. I like the way what's the quarterback for the Bucks? I keep forgetting his name.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I like the way Baker Mayfield been doing.
Yeah, he's been playing well.
Baker Mayfield been taking easy, you know what I mean? They've been going at him for a while, but he's still doing his thing out there though, for real. You know what I mean? So
Tom Brady pulled his ass up though. Brady pulled him up, said, "Watch your mouth." Yeah, because he said something about guys are just having fun now.
Yeah.
That was like,
Who said
Baker said that. Baker. Yeah.
Tell me what he said.
He said something about these guys are now they free to have fun. The atmosphere is lighter. That was a shot at Tom. Tom pulled him up before the game. And he took his comments back. He was like, Tom's a great player. You know how the meeting,
Tom Brady say, man, fun for me was winning Super Bowls.
That's what he said. Yup. He took a shot at him. Yup.
He said, man, if I want to go to Disneyland with my kids. Yeah. I heard Tom rebuttal. I just never heard what Baker said.
Yeah, he said it like that.
And Super Bowl, fun is winning. Super Bowl.
Yeah, he said, I thought fun was winning.
Fun for me was winning. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about
the business, man?
Yeah. Baker is a tough kid. Though. I ain't know he had said something about that atmosphere that when Tom was there, but yeah. All right. The Houston Texans at New England Patriots.
Yeah. Drake May getting his first start.
Oh, for real? He's starting today?
Yeah, he's starting today. They sitting. Which calm down. Reset down. Yeah.
It's about time. Fifth game, whatever. You know what I mean? Fifth game. Yeah, it's about time. Let them get
in. And the Texans have never beat the Patriots.
They haven't? I didn't know that.
Nope. So I'm going with the Texans. I believe so. Yeah.
Oh,
They never beat New England in New England or something like that. But it's something like that. But I'm going with the Texans today. They do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna go to New England and pull that upset. All right.
And they only got one loss, right? Houston only got one loss, right? Yeah.
One loss. Yep.
Yeah. So all right, now the Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Who y'all like in that game?
I'm going with the Colts.
Me too.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
going with Joe Flacco, baby.
This thing like you didn't hit the reset button, man.
I'm going with Joe Flacco, baby.
I never saw this coming. I never saw it.
He's leading the league. I don't know why everybody, man, I'm telling you, and he was involved. He's always had a great arm. He just didn't have weapons. When he went to Cleveland last year, you saw it. Young tight end, Amari Cooper. The Raiders never got him nothing like that. Listen, he leading the league in downfield completions over 20+ yards. Joe letting that thing go. I'm going with the Colts. Greatest quarterback.
Joe Flacco said, I'm gonna sling it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah. Greatest quarterback in Raven history.
What you say? What you say?
The greatest quarterback in Raven history.
Yeah, well, he was one. He's one. That counts for something.
Hey, look, they won it. He got the yardages and all that until somebody, until Lamar did a chip. I gotta give it to Joe. Yeah, I gotta give it to Joe.
Yeah.
I like to say that just to agitate the fan base.
Oh, you definitely doing it.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What's this? Who getting 6.5?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Getting 6.5. That's what Jim said.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
They a home dog like that? But Houston, nice. Houston nice though, but you know what I'm saying? Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston, you know what I mean?
But all right, so the next game we got up is the Chargers and the Broncos.
Yeah.
Hey, is that dude Justin Herbert hurt? Is he out? Clayton, is he out?
He's not out, but he's hurt. He's been dealing with an injury.
His ankle.
He's been dealing with a high ankle or something.
Ankle, yeah. Well, what's the name? Been playing all right lately. Denver been playing all right lately.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like to see that though, man, because I know. I don't like to see Denver doing well because I ain't a fan of Sean Payton at all.
Not the least. Not the least. Yeah.
You guys see his karma come back on him?
Who?
Remember how he leaned Sean Payton?
Okay.
Remember how he leaned on Russell Wilson on the sideline?
Yeah.
Bo Nix leaned on him last week.
Really?
Was cussing him out. Yes.
What?
Yes.
I ain't see that.
Yeah. So they did this parody. Like they made this joke about how when a white guy get pulled over by the police, he be talking to the police all foul, but the black guy can't say nothing. They were saying that was the situation with Russell and Bo. Whole different conversation and energy. White boy got in his ass. Yeah, he was leaning on him. Yeah.
Good.
Good. I do think the Chargers get the win.
I think he overrated as hell, man. I'm sorry. I really do, man. I think he overrated as hell, man. It's a lot. I think they want to call him this great offensive guy. Now, I remember a lot of years down in New Orleans, they were 7-9. I think they went 7-9, man. Maybe like 3 out of 6 years or 3 out of 5 years, they were 7-9 losing record, man. So I ain't trying to hear all that shit.
I think the Chargers get the win today. I think they run that football effective. And win.
Yeah. All right. So let me see who else I got here. Oh, Pittsburgh and the Vegas Raiders. What's going on with that quarterback situation with Pittsburgh?
Man, the thing is, man, I think now Justin Fields, he only turned the ball over 2 times this season.
Right.
He only got 2 turnovers this whole season, right? That's great. The thing is, man, the offense is not scoring.
Yeah.
I think Russ give them a better chance to put up points. You know, that's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy Pickens, man, he needs the ball, man. He's a playmaker. And and Justin, man, I think Justin a lot. I just don't think, man, right now at this point in his career, man, that he's able to make the plays with his arm that Russ may be able to make. You know what I'm saying?
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna let Clayton go ahead before I say.
Are they switching? First of all, they switching the quarterback?
Nah, they just talk about they could bring Russell because
Justin, what's hurting Pittsburgh is the run game. It's that simple. That opens up everything else. Najee Harris is overrated, bro. He is garbage.
I hate to say it, man, but you're right.
I've been hearing his name year after year, this and that and the other. He is garbage, and that's what's ailing Pittsburgh.
Another one of them Alabama boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alabama boys. Yeah.
Because if you watch Pittsburgh play the Colts, they was running the football effective. Justin Fields, he threw for over 300 some yards in that game. Yeah, I think Pittsburgh's style of play and the fact that running game is not doing what it needs to do, putting that hamper on that offense, not Justin Fields as much as it is him, not him.
Yeah,
I disagree with that.
That's why I wanted to let Clayton go first, because I'm gonna say the same thing, right? When you got a court, you don't want Pittsburgh. They not conducive for throwing the ball every down anyway. That's because that's not their style. Right. And so you gotta have that play action working for you in order for this dude. For any, so if you put, just imagine if you put Russell Wilson in there, right, with this, and they not, he don't have the escapability. He don't have no longer the arm strength that this young boy had. He don't have the athleticism. So you really you need to work through this situation with Justin Fields, you know, being a younger quarterback rather than going to Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson really going to put you at a disadvantage, because now he's going to be taking more hits. You're going to be getting more sacks, and you're going to be operating more so in the hole than you are going to be operating in the, you know what I mean? You're going to be in a deficit, third and longs and all that stuff.
And that's what's going to happen. You're going to have more sacks with Russell back there. And Pickens ain't getting enough separation.
That's true too, Clayton. That Russ is not as elusive. And then another thing, Russ, most of his plays, even last year in Denver, most of his plays now later in his career is him on the move. It ain't really in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't on time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, it's out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is out. 1, 2, 3 is out. It's almost like he holds it, then he got to move, play break down, and then he make a throw. You know what I'm saying? But man. But you're right about Najee, though, man. I can't dispute that at all, man. You're right about Najee, man. He's not. So, you know what I mean?
What Jim from up north said, that Tomlin said Wilson will probably be the number 2 quarterback today, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, they need to find a way to get like their running game, in my opinion. Get their running game.
That's the problem. What happened to the guy last year that I was in love with? Number 30.
I know you talking about.
Where is he?
That dude name, man. The dude used to run real hard, man. What's his last name?
He was quick. He was explosive.
Warren, man. He ran so much harder. Man. And now you gonna jump over people. Man, you're 230 pounds, man. Run somebody over, man.
He's not explosive at all to me. He's not explosive.
Jump over somebody and spin and all that shit. Man, run somebody over, man. Fuck out of here with that, man. Should be making me mad as a motherfucker.
with all that said, though, I think they get the win today over the Raiders, though.
Yeah, man.
I think Pittsburgh gonna win too.
They gotta account, man. They gotta account for 2 people, man. They gotta account for on that Raiders team. On defense, the Crosby, and on offense, man. As long as they still got my man out there, wide receiver, man. They Devontae Adams. As long as they still got him, man. You know what I'm saying? They 2 guys.
He's not playing. Hamstring stuff. They keep saying hamstring every week. You know what trying to get traded.
You know what that could be. You know what that could be. They try.
I know what it is.
Right. Yeah. They try not to let him get injured so they can trade him. You know what I'm saying?
They
don't want him to get out there and this day. He won't be able to get traded. Yeah.
And I can see TJ Watt and them boys really getting to Garner Minshew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy named Warren. Yeah. I see it. Yeah, Jim. Yeah.
And I don't know if he's still on the roster or not, Clayton. I don't know if he's still.
I want to know what happened to him. Yeah.
I gotta look him up.
All right. Now, what y'all think about this game? Detroit and Dallas. Dallas kind of hard to figure out, man. What's going on with Dallas?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to figure out.
That's another team, man. That's not really running the ball like
they don't have a running game. Right. They don't have a running game.
Yeah, man. Like they could have had, ain't that crazy, man? They could have had Henry, man. That's with the Ravens. They could have had him, man.
He wanted to go there. Yeah. But Detroit wanted to go there.
He wanted to go there. Jalen Warren, that's his name. Jalen Warren. Yeah. And then defensively, Dallas. And I say, man, I don't never want to hear that dude, what's his name, be mentioned with the likes of Lawrence Taylor and other great linebackers. I'm done with that dude, man, as far as that. He's a talented guy, man. He got athleticism and things like that, man. But you could be watching the Dallas game and you be like, oh, he not out there because they ain't saying his name. They ain't mentioning him. You know, he not in on no tackle, man. What's his name, Clayton? What's his name?
Parsons, Michael Parsons.
Man, I'm like, man. This guy, he lost Taylor 2.0.
He came on the scene. He came on the scene and was a game disruptor. But once they get film on you, they start learning your tendencies. This is when you tell the great ones from the good ones. When you can overcome the adjustments they make to you. So I just think he's overrated, highly overrated.
And they can run at him. They can
you can run at him. You can run at him.
Man, I'm like, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
When you have a Hall of Fame type linebackers, that team will be excellent against the run. Excellent. Dallas is dead ass last standing against the run.
Right.
But y'all make a good point when you said like I just heard Iman Shumpert said the same thing, right? He said like it's the hard part about even basketball is like when you know that you know what a guy going to do and you can't stop it. Right. You're at his mercy. So that's what I mean. And he said that he was referring to Jalen Brunson and who he was talking about, Jalen Brunson and Cat Williams. I mean, I said Cat Williams, Carl Anthony Towns. Up in New York. He was like that tandem right there. He said that tandem right there don't scare me. You know what I mean? He said because he said you'll take your chances with that because that tandem don't scare me. And so he said if you got somebody who you know they're going to do and you know you can't stop it. He said, but that they don't possess that type of threat. But so so now let me go to Atlanta and Carolina. I like Atlanta, and I like Atlanta how they look this year.
I like Atlanta too.
Yeah. It ain't much to discuss with this. It ain't much to discuss with this game.
Right. Yeah.
I think another bust though, Clayton. I think that dude is another bust, man. For Atlanta, that tight end.
Pitts.
What's his name?
Pitts.
Yeah, he came out of. I think he came out of Florida.
Pitts. Wasn't that his name?
I can't remember, but the dude, this only maybe like his third year.
Yeah, Pitts.
Pitts.
I think, Pitts. Yeah.
I think he a bust, man. I think he a bust, man. He haven't made much of an impact. I like Bijan. I like Bijan, the running back. I like him. You know what I'm saying? But Pitts, man, Elijah Pitts, that's the name. Elijah Pitts.
Pitts.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he. Nah, man. He was taken like top 10. He was like number 7, number 8 draft.
Yeah, he was a big deal when he came out. He was a big deal.
He ain't really that, man. Yeah. I don't know if they got to teach him more, man. He's just not making an impact, man.
So Jim from up north said, as a Vikings fan, I want to see the Lions lose. But what's that? Armstead Brown is a monster.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like their coach, man. I like Detroit coach. Campbell. Yeah. I like Campbell, I like Campbell, man. I like him.
Yeah. And Kirk Cousins, that's my guy anyway. I did Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I mean, even when Kirk Cousins was with when he was in Washington, man, I digged him because all that stuff he had to overcome, you know what I mean? And still to be able to stick in the league and have some success. So, I like Kirk Cousins, too.
I like how he throw that ball. He's just a gunslinger. He don't have no conscience. He can throw 3 or 4 picks. He don't have no conscience. He's not scared of the moment, and he throws the football. You got to respect that. You got to respect that.
Yeah.
I liked him when he came out of Michigan State. You know, when the Redskins drafted him and stuff, him and the RG at the same draft. I was like, why you draft him? And you know what I'm saying? You draft RG.
Yeah.
I understand.
RG and him was on the team together. Yeah.
Same draft.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they came in the same draft.
Yeah.
I think Kirk Cousins was third round, and you know RG was first round. But I same draft.
Well, I didn't realize that.
They say Shanahan wanted him. Shanahan wanted him instead of RG.
Yeah.
They Shanahan wanted him instead of RG.
That's why RG was dying to get back out there on that field too. I mean, I know they wanted him out there because he knew Kirk was waiting, man. Yeah.
That's why he's going up the back steps talking to Snyder. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're talking to him. Yeah.
So all right, then we got Cincinnati at the Giants. They playing at the Giants.
Yeah. Cincinnati get the win.
They got to. They will. Man. They have to, man.
Yeah. Well, last week Joe Burrows played good. It was their defense. It was Cincinnati.
He been playing good all year. It's been the defense. Yeah, he been playing good all year. He like top 3 in passing yards and all that stuff, touchdowns, all that stuff.
They got some games here that they're gonna get back on track. They're not out of the picture yet.
Yeah. Well, how many losses do Cincinnati have already? 3 or 4?
A lot. They only got 1 win, I think.
1-4. They 1-4.
Yeah, they 1-4.
Yeah, they 1-4. Yeah.
Today they moved to 2-4. Before you know it, they'll be 4-4. Watch what I'm telling you. Yeah.
I like Joe Burrow.
Season be gone then. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. They always make it. They got a hole to climb up out of every year. You know.
Yeah, they do that on a consistent basis.
Right, but T. Higgins back. See, that slow start they do, but T. Higgins is back. That's why Jamar Chase and them lit the Ravens' ass up in that pass game because T. Higgins is back.
They never should have let what's his name Joe Mixon leave either.
They shouldn't have.
They should have kept him. They should have kept him.
Yeah, that's true. Cincinnati do always get off to a slow start, and I think. Sometimes I think that's gonna bite them really though. But yeah, man, I think so that's it for football. Now me and Trey spoke yesterday about we spoke about what's the Bronny James situation, right? And somebody brought something to my attention. I was speaking to a young lady, and she was saying that this hold up, I think I missed one then. The Monday night game, the Bills and the Jets. Is that going to be
that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
man.
How I missed that game.
You think so?
Yeah, that's the vision.
I want Bills to smoke.
Yeah, I do too.
You want them to?
I do.
Yeah. You about had enough of Aaron Rodgers show, haven't you?
I really have, Blake. I ain't gonna lie. I really have, man. You know what I'm saying? I really have, man. He's a me guy, man. He's always been a me guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
My pops, the last one of the last conversations me and my pops had. My pops said that motherfucker need to go retire somewhere. I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers and this shit.
Aaron Rodgers just do so much stuff. He just get a pass for everything.
He does. You know what I mean? You know, he come in talking that we all in, and then he missed mini camp and stuff. Like, man, get out of here. Oh, if you ain't in this building for winning, don't come and all that, then you the first one out the damn door. And I think that's where the wedge between him and Coach Sala, because Coach Sala said, man, that's an unexcused absence. You know what I'm saying? Coach Sala, that's an unexcused absence. Then he ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then one time he came to the sideline, they threw a touchdown, something. Coach Sala tried to hug him up. Oh, man, it's too early for that. It's too early. You know what, man? Yeah, you're right. So Sala out of there. You know what I mean? So Sala out of there. Okay, all right. So do your thing now. He was the problem. But they demoted his guy. What's his guy, Clayton? The one
the offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
the offensive coordinator, Hackett.
Yeah, right. They demoted him.
Daniel Hackett. Yeah. He ain't calling the plays.
Right.
So that lets you know right there they done with Aaron Rodgers shit.
Man, no, fuck that. No, you know what I mean?
You done hijacked our franchise now. We done they tired of that shit. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But I still think it's gonna be a nip and tuck game. I don't know.
Division games always are.
Division and all that shit swirling around the Jets, and now the rest of the team is on notice. When you start checking your quarterback in that situation, the team will notice. They might play. They might come out and play because they might feel motivated. Like finally somebody is putting this guy in his place. You know, they might feel a little bit more enthusiastic about the organization.
Yeah,
I think that's what got the coach in New York fired anyway, because he gave too much. He gave him too much leeway. You know what I mean? Like you the coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he gave Aaron Rodgers
too much. He was already empowered though, Mike.
He was empowered. The owner empowered.
So he was already empowered when he got there. You know what I'm saying?
Mike, the owner, the report came out, the owner of the team, Woody, what's his name? Woody
Johnson.
Woody Johnson had a conversation with Aaron the night before, and then the next day, the coach is fired. And Aaron denying any kind of awareness of it. So, come on, man. Yeah.
I hope they ass lose out. I don't want the motherfuckers to win no more games. I hope they ass lose out.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that about the conversation at the owner had.
One receivers he brought in that ain't do nothing that was in Green Bay with him. Clayton, what was his name? Lazarius or something?
Yeah, Alan Lazard.
Yeah. They brought it out. Oh, man, go get him. That motherfucker ain't even caught a cold since he been there.
I still think Devontae Adams might end up there, but we'll see. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You right, Clayton.
He might.
You right.
What was you gonna say, Mike? Let me close out.
Before we close out, all right, let me just say that I spoke to this young lady and we was talking about the situation that's going on with like Bronny James and over there and with the Lakers, right? And we were saying that maybe this may cause a rift between LeBron James and Savannah James because, all right, so Savannah James, she know basketball, right? And she knows that, and she can see that her son is not ready for this transition from, to the professional level, and all of this hate and everything that he's taken, she may feel some type of way, and that might cause a rift between LeBron and Savannah. What do you think about that, Tom? Let me hear what you think about that possibility.
I don't know if it'll cause and I think they had already had this out because just for the simple fact how LeBron started talking different the closer it got to Bronny being drafted. LeBron started talking different about the whole, situation. I think that was results of the conversations that him and his wife had. Whereas though you always heard LeBron say, "This is my dream. This is my dream to play with my son." And I think his wife was like, well, what about his dreams? You know what I'm saying? His dream might not be yours. His dream might not be to play with his father. Just because it's yours to play with your son and you got the cachet and the clout to make it happen, you really shouldn't try to push that. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron started talking different. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When they started asking him about it, he's like, well, you know what I mean? If he get drafted, I don't care where he go. I'm proud of my son, things like that. So I don't think it'll cause a rift like in their marriage or, personal life or anything like that. But I think she did push back against it. Yeah, I think she definitely did push back against it.
Yeah. What you got to say, Clayton?
That's interesting because when he first started changing his tune, I thought it was per all the media stuff and they dragging his son. So let me pull back a little. But you make a good point about, I feel like if it is a rift, it's already there. You know what I mean? And I could see that a mama is very protective over a child.
Right.
And a mama don't necessarily want to see her child go through that scrutiny from the media, hear these negative things. I don't care if you've been through it with your husband or not. That's your baby. That's your child. That's a whole different thing. And then you start looking at the husband like you pushing this on him. If that's how she feel. I think ultimately it could eventually affect the relationship because now you'll start some of your husband's ways and things like that starts becoming a little irritating. You know, you start like, highlighting everything. Like, it's always got to be your way, you, everything is about you. And one thing about a marriage, when it's all about just one person in that marriage, eventually that can fracture the relationship.
And you know what? That's an excellent point. Like it always gotta be about you. Like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Let him live his life and take whatever path he want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if this was something that LeBron pushed on his son, or is this something that his son really wanted to do? Because I would have thought, if me looking at my son, if I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, worrying about us playing together, I'm like, man, stay in school, man. You know what I mean? The pros ain't going nowhere. The NBA ain't going nowhere. Man, stay in school for another year or two, man. Get your game together. You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily got to play together. You know what I mean? But like you said, that's the wrong way. I want to play with my son. That's my ultimate dream. Whatever. And God bless him for being in a position to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? God bless him for that. But you know, you gotta look at it from both sides. You gotta look at it from both sides.
Yeah. And so, but as a mother, right, and as a wife, she probably feel like, okay, she making sacrifices in that relationship. You know what I mean? Because she is supporting LeBron behind the scenes, and so she's like, I'm an adult. I'm your wife. I'm comfortable with the position that I'm playing in this. You know what I mean? But your son he don't have to take that back seat like I do. You know what I mean? And like I said, she know basketball, and she know that her son, you know, like, well, if you look at Bronny James out there on the court, he's number one, he's not playing with confidence. Number two, he's hiding on the court. Like, so when he go on the court, he'll go down into the corners, you know what I mean? So if the ball is on one side, he gonna cut to the opposite side of where the ball is. And so she recognized that, you know what I mean? And she hear what, like, all the scrutiny and stuff that he's taking. And I think that's making her feel some type of way as a mother. You know what I mean?
It could. Yeah, it could very well.
And so, I mean, I'm not saying that
more comfortable. Not to cut you off, my godfather. Let's go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm not saying that it will cause like a divorce, but I'm saying that she would be the one person of reason who could step in and tell LeBron that, all right, you know, enough is enough. Because the son may not want to disappoint his father and tell his father, that, you know what I mean, this is your dream, this is not mine.
That's right.
And so she could be that one who could mediate that situation between the son and the father, where as though it won't cause a fracture.
Right. And then she'll be able to go to her husband and have a conversation with him, whereas though his son would not be able to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't talk to dad about this, but she can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I would.
And another thing too, Bronny and them, they established, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can do anything he want to do with his life. He don't have to go through that scrutiny just to earn a living. This is why the dad has went through it.
That's right.
So, you know what I mean? It's not a necessity.
That's right.
You know, now if you don't have to. Now, if it's his dream, sure.
Right.
But it goes back to Tunk's point. If it's his dream, it looks more like it's his dad because he snatched him out of college to come on the scene. Because I don't have many years left and much influence left. Got to do it now. We got to do it now. You know, that's what it looks like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. Because you can't tell me LeBron no ball. You can't tell me you look at your son and honestly say he's ready for the pro game. You can't do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're not being honest. You're not being honest. And you looking at your son. You know what I'm saying? To be like, all right. Now whether you got him on the team, whether or not he get to the NBA and actually play with you, that's one thing. But is he ready? You know what I'm saying? Is he ready? You know.
And one last thing on this, if this is causing any psychological damage on him in terms of his confidence in playing, will he ever be able to get over this?
It's tough. You know what? And you have seen basketball players who lost their confidence. And they look like even if you take like Ben Simmons, once you lose your confidence at that profession at any level, You just a whole different. You like a shell of yourself. You are not the same ball player that you were.
Not the same
Confidence
player.
is just so important when it comes to that playing, sports.
And they can say what they want. This is a young kid, and I know he's active on social media. I know he's seeing himself getting dragged. I know he's hearing the noise. I know he is. That's tough on a young man.
And another thing, he might not be as mentally tough as his father.
No,
he might not be as mentally tough as his father. So because, and then I'm talking to LeBron, just because you like, oh man, I can deal with it. Ain't nothing to deal with. It's just noise. That don't mean it's the same with him. You understand? And that's probably the point his wife is coming from. You know what I mean? Just because you was able to deal with it and you was all right, that don't mean he's going to be fine with it. You know what I mean? So, that's a good point.
Just imagine being a young man and the whole world calling you a failure.
Right.
Oof.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah.
Think about that, man. Oof.
Yeah.
We don't even like
them youngins. They tuned into all that social media stuff. You know what I mean?
We didn't even like when we went outside and had bummy clothes or shoes on to get joked. That used to trigger some psychological shit in us.
Yeah.
And that was only with the neighborhood. Now imagine the whole world.
I'm about to say that's just around the 4 square blocks.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
I pray for the young man and his strength and his mental strength.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question. You know what I'm saying?
That's the kind of trauma that, you know what I mean? Like I said, his mother's going to step in and try to prevent it. Especially if it's something that, I don't even think he really had to have a conversation with her. She could just look at him, you know what I mean, and see, you know what I mean, that he is not, all right, that's enough. He had enough. This is not it.
Right.
Hopefully the damage isn't done already. Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
But one last point before we sign off, though, Mike.
Yes, I'm ready.
Him playing with his father, he would be more comfortable than he would be once they send him down to the D League. Because he won't have that. He won't have that shield. See, if he would Pop ain't gonna let but so much shit go down. You know what I'm saying? Pop gonna make sure I'm good. If he down in the D League, dudes coming at him, you know what I'm saying? They trying to prove that he don't belong. They trying to show that he only there because of who his father is, things like that.
But let me respond to that. Believe it or not, that type of situation is better for your confidence than to have your father standing beside you.
Right.
Because once you experience even a small victory on yourself, by yourself, you can build on that. So as a man, as an individual, one thing somebody can't give you is those type of victories. You know what I mean? You have to create those type of victories and stuff for yourself. So
that's right.
It'd be better for him to go out and forge his own path.
That's right. You right.
Yeah. You out, Clayton?
I lost my audio. My ears went up.
We great.
It was a good one. Y'all enjoy the games, man.
All right,
enjoy the games.
Yes, sir. Talk to you, bro.
All right.
No, man.
All right, man. Yeah, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Clayton, I appreciate y'all. Jim from up north, man. I appreciate. Thanks for the cash app. Time. Appreciate you. You tuning in, man. And like I said, man. Thanks, Jim. Thanks again, Jim. Everybody, man, enjoy the games today. I hope y'all don't miss out on that WNBA, man. That game coming on 3:00 today. That's gonna be a bomb burn. You definitely gotta check that out, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It be on. You know what I mean? My schedule be jacked up, and then it come on in the middle of the NFL Sunday too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do my best to try to, tune in, man.
I just be flicking back and forth though. That's I just be changing. Right. I just be going back and forth, man. Just hoping I don't miss nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just be going. Yeah. I need one of those TVs. Do they still make those TVs that have like the box on a box? You know what I mean? You can watch TV.
Like the end screen stuff. But I ain't seen that in a while, man. They probably do, but I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
The screen or had a little box in the middle. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either, though. But yeah, man. I'll try to check that game out. I appreciate you tuning in again, Tom.
Yeah, man. Boy, I look forward to this all week, brother. I look forward to this all week, man. Yeah,
man. But, and like I said, Jim from up north, we appreciate you. Time, you know what I mean? We appreciate Time and everybody else, man, who you know, everybody else who tuned in, man, and participated or even just watched. We appreciate y'all. And yeah. So yeah, man. I'm ready to get out of here. Too great sign off.
Okay, Mike Bambo, I'll catch up with you later on.
Yeah, give me a call.
My man, respect.
All right.